We've heard a lot about haunted houses and even people being possessed by evil spirits, but could inanimate objects like furniture, stuffed animals, or clocks be haunted? Our topic today is the story of haunted furniture. Bring a cup of tea or your favorite drink and let's get started. Some believe that buildings or furniture that are important to a person in his life or belong to a person who has suffered a major loss in his life, and that person remains attached to that property even after his death. There are many people who have claimed that things they bought or inherited were haunted, and there is a large group of these items are preserved in the John Zavis Museum of the Paranormal. And among the stories of haunted furniture, the story of the baby-style crib. The story of the haunted bed. The 11-year-old Style lived with his family in an adobe house built in the early 1900s. Style had older brothers, and when their father bought new mattresses for the dormitory, one of the old mattresses became Style's. Style had never heard any complaints from his brother, who had slept on the same mattress before him, but Style found it to be a comfortable mattress. However, because of that mattress, Style remained without sleep for several days. The child says that on that strange night he was lying in his bed trying to fall asleep. He was sleeping and was putting the cover over his face when he felt hands moving over the cover, and because the cover was thin, Style was able to notice the shape of the person standing in front of his bed. He was a short person, and he was trying to lift the cover over Style. And this was the beginning. Style, who was feeling afraid, fell asleep, and at about 2 o'clock in the evening he felt that there was a group of hands coming out of the bed mattress and pulling him. Style felt terrified and began reciting prayers, and at the same time he saw his brother, who shared the same room with him, laughing loudly while he was sleeping. But the sound of laughter was not his brother's. Style says that in the morning of that night he felt severe pain in his ribs in the places where the hands were pulling him. And until now Style cannot find any explanation for what happened to him that night. Haunted piano. Vicky says that she had wanted to own a piano all her life, and her wish was fulfilled when her son brought her a piano that he found while working in cleaning service and collecting old furniture. Vicky was happy with the piano and placed it on the front porch of her house after cleaning and polishing it. The piano quickly turned into one of her precious possessions. Several years had already passed without incident, and one day while Vicky was playing with her granddaughter, she heard the sound of a piano. They were random sounds coming out of the piano and kept echoing for at least 15 minutes. Vicky went out to the balcony to see where the sounds were coming from, but when she opened the door, the sound stopped. And Vicky said to herself, it must be mice. Several weeks passed, and one night at about 2 o'clock in the morning, Vicky woke up to the sound of the piano playing. She suspected mice again, but this time she noticed that the playing sound was organized. And it stopped and came back several times, as if there was someone playing an organized melody. This phenomenon was repeated regularly until Vicky's daughter heard the same sounds. Her mother told her that she had been hearing those sounds for several months, and that she almost cried when she heard them, and even Vicky's daughter-in-law heard the same piano playing one time. In the end, Vicky decided to throw the piano out of her house, marking it as free, but she still wondered about the secret of this unknown playing. If you got here, it means that you liked the video. Subscribe my channel for more.